Pandemic restrictions for global travel have been lifting left and right, and quite a few Filipinos have already gone to South Korea lately for vacation. It's a favorite destination for many reasons, and no, you don't necessarily have to be a K-pop or K-drama fan to love it there. Hi, I'm Rappler Entertainment Editor Margie De Leon, and in this episode of Hello to Hallyu, Rappler's roundtable talk show on Korean pop culture, the Rappler staff share their Korean travel experiences and advice for would-be tourists. So with me today are my LSE mates, my teammates from the Lifestyle and Entertainment team. This is Amanda, and this is Isa, as usual. Well, Isa's here all the time. And by the way, this is our 10th episode. Yay! Nag-survive tayo, guys. Naitawid. Ayun. So, to get people, what do you call this, or oriented, si Amanda just came from South Korea, right? A few weeks ago.
Yeah, October 6th.
To be exact. Wow, very exact. Tapos ako, I went to Korea 2017. So pre-pandemic. So I guess like may context ako doon, like pre-pandemic, whatever. And si Isa, despite being our most rabid K-pop person. Yeah, rabid. The word is rabid. There is no other word for it. Oo. She's never been to South Korea. So that's an interesting let's drill her on.
Kailangan natin lagyan ng GoPro si Isa pagpunta siya sa Korea.
Yeah, tapos parang puro shaky lang siya.
Or di siya nakaabot kasi sobrang nag-break.
Hinamatay na siya. Oo, tama. Ayun. Anyway, so let's start with Amanda's experience. It's medyo fresh pa sa alam mo. So, number one, where in South Korea did you go and why did you choose South Korea to go to?
So, I went to Seoul with my cousin. Why did I decide to go to Korea? Kasi may seat sale. As simple as that. No, kasi
fair.
My cousin and I were looking for like destinations to go to around this time. Tapos parang ang mahal ng lahat. Tapos surprisingly, ang mura nung South Korea, like comparatively, like even like compared to Bali. Bali's just like right there.
It's close, yeah.
Yeah, it was so much cheaper. Parang 16,000 na yung Bali. Tapos yung Korea was like 9K round trip. So parang,
okay na yun.
And I've been to Korea twice before. So parang, and I liked it na. So I was like, okay, I wouldn't mind going back. So, yun, dahil sa seat sale, kaya kami
So, medyo suki ka na ng South Korea, actually. Like, you've 3 times.
Yeah.
So, what were the context of the other two, sorry?
The first time was for work. I was covering an event for this magazine.
Okay. So, parang mabilisan lang yun na,
Sa Busan naman yun. Tapos parang, wala lang. Ayun, mabilisan lang siya. Although I was able to explore din. Tapos the second time, I went with someone. Tapos, some rando, hindi naman. With some guy. Pero yun yung interesting kasi like, that was ASEAN. So, na-cancel yung flight ko pa uwi. So, dapat sa Busan lang kami and then like 2 days in Seoul. But then because the flight coming back to Manila got canceled and parang nag-close sila na airport for like 3 days. So, parang napa 10 days ako sa Korea.
Oh my God!
That was fun.
Mukha nga.
That was fun. So parang, yeah, I enjoyed both times. Tapos parang, that's why I was so game to do this one again.
And dun sa last 2 times, you went like without a tour guide, di ba? Parang like you just explored on your own. Kasi yun, moving to my experience in 2017, it was for Rappler and it was packaged for media and like business owners. Kasi they wanted to do like a parang a tour for tourism purposes. So ang kasama ko mga syempre media and other people from I don't know what kind of businesses they are, may mga hotel, hospital stuff. And syempre it was very very tour guided. Like I think my experience, I had a great time in Seoul and Busan, but I have to admit na very curated yung experience namin. Kasi parang labas-pasok lang kami sa bus, tapos they were just like hurrying us from one venue to another. But I would say na I've really had a good experience naman pa rin. So, let's go with your most recent trip muna. what was the experience like na post-pandemic?
Parang hindi nga nag-pandemic dun. Ang weird. Because, I mean, everyone's in masks. But, aside from that, like, ang daming tao around, lahat ng establishments, like, parang full force. Tapos, yeah, parang I didn't see much of a difference from my experience now versus what I experienced before. Tapos lahat, parang open lahat ng attractions and everyone's going out, everyone's eating out, drinking. Tapos yung we met this guy sa hostel, yung isang staff sa hostel, parang he's Korean. Okay. Tapos we asked him, parang, how was it here during the pandemic? And he was like, actually, it wasn't that much different. Even nung Thai test, yung dito, sobrang lockdown tayo sa bahay natin. Apparently there, parang business as usual, just with masks. And like, people were a bit more careful. According to him, yun yung sabi niya. So, I guess, yeah, it didn't change much. It's like a nice place to go to then if you want a break from pandemic. From pandemic life, I guess.
Okay. Now, let's grill Isa. So, bakit sobrang, like, if you've watched Hello to Hallyu, like, Isa has been like the most, parang she's been immersed in Korean pop culture from her babydom. So, like, why haven't you been to South Korea all this time?
Kasi, I mean, obviously, I'm a huge K-pop and K-drama fan. And it's not just me, like my sisters, my cousins. Tapos, alam niyo naman nanay namin. So, never talaga nilang ini-include yung South Korea sa options kapag mag-vacations kami. O kapag magpipili kami ng kung saan pupuntahan. Kasi, they know how rabid we are. Like, hindi lang ako. Like, imagine niyo 5 kaming ganito. Tapos kapag, sabi niya, feeling niya kapag bumaba pa lang kami nasa airport pa lang kami, feeling, uy, ito na yung hangin ni ganitong South Korean actor. Ganun na, parang feeling niya kapag may nakita lang kaming tarpaulin sa South Korea, sisigaw na ulit kami. Kasi ganito na kami, sa Pilipinas pa lang. So sabi niya, if pupunta kami, hindi dapat as like, kasama sila, as family. So, hindi niya yung sponsor yung trip namin magkapatid.
Yeah.
So, hinihintay ko na lang graduate muna yung 2 kong kapatid para like, if ever pumunta kami. Tapos, for me, as like, although, nag-attempt rin naman kami nung pandemic, me and my college friends. Kasi naabutan kami ng pandemic. Like, alam ko, we started planning January 2020.
Okay.
Di ba nag-lockdown? Tapos, bala ko sana this June. Kasi di ba, for me kasi, kung pupunta ako sa South Korea, obviously, since I'm a huge K-pop fan, gusto ko sana siya itapat sa, kapag may K-pop concerts.
Yeah.
There was my favorite group, 17. Nag-announce sila nung end of June na may concert sila ng end of June, scheduled for end of June. Kasi hindi pa, parang nag-start yung ticket selling, hindi pa open, hindi pa nag-announce yung Philippines, and yung South Korea na mag-open na ulit yung borders nila, gano'n. So parang missed chance sana siya na, I mean, kung earlier lang sana nag-announce, baka medyo napilit ko pa siya. Pero ayun, okay lang naman sa akin. Hindi pa naman ako masyadong, parang feeling ko I'm not really missing out that much. Since for me, since K-pop nga yung main reason kung bakit pupunta, since lagi naman sila pumupunta for the concert. So parang, wala pa naman akong okay lang.
Plus, it's music eh. Parang wala naman talaga siyang like, for example, if you're a K-drama fan, you'd want to go to like the venues. Pero since music naman.
Parang, I mean, aside from the concert, although they have several experiences yan kasi sa kanila, like for the fans, like yung K-pop concerts nila, iba obviously kapag sa Seoul. Tapos kapag may music shows din, may mga locations rin na parang pinuntahan ng idols na gusto kong puntahan. Pero if ang main goal ko talaga ay for the music and the concert, parang okay pa naman ako as of now na sila pumupunta sa Pilipinas. So dito muna.
I learned that there's this place called MBC World. So it's like a Hallyu theme park. So parang MBC is a broadcasting company. Tapos parang sabi ni G, hi G, ayun, na may mga experience zones, hologram K-pop concerts, virtual reality drama sets. Ayun, so I guess a K-pop fan want to
True.
go there.
Kasi ang dami na rin nilang parang, aside from that, may parang mga hype museums rin.
yeah,
So
yeah.
parang yung mga company, entertainment agencies, parang meron na sila specific locations na parang pwede puntahan ng mga fans. Tapos, ang dami mo ng groups or like, ang dami nang pwede mo experience if you like stan other groups. So, feeling ko naman worth it siya puntahan if you're a K-pop fan.
Kasi parang very conscious naman yung South Korea na parang
Alam
this is
nila,
what,
oo.
ito yung patok sa atin, so parang we're gonna milk it for all it's worth. So speaking of milking it for all it's worth, parang, so they had BTS do this free Busan concert, and you happen, Amanda, to be directly affected by this.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
So, everyone knows we need a visa to go to South Korea because our passport is weak as fuck.
Yeah.
But, so yun, having been there twice before, parang I thought like 1 month lead time would be enough time to apply for a visa. So, October 6 yung trip namin, parang start of September, okay, apply na tayo visa. But, ang hirap kasi parang yun yung mga times, like I'm sure people have seen on
The
the
long
news,
lines.
the long lines, people camping out the night before sa harapan ng Korean Embassy. Kasi nag-announce yung BTS, nag-free concert sila.
Sa yung gigil mo. Okay.
So, tapos hindi na, di ba Blackpink, alam ko Blackpink nag-announce
May
din.
concert din at
Oo.
that time, yeah.
So parang, dahil doon, ang daming wow, may galit.
Ready ka ba? Ready ka ba,
Feeling ko dahil doon, ang daming
Pupunta.
nag-apply for a visa. So, sobrang hirap. Like, yun nga, I went with my cousin and we were like, pipila ba tayo sa labas? Tapos parang she called several travel agencies. I tried one travel agency din. Tapos parang they were rejecting us kasi puno na, may 10, alam ko 10 applications lang yung nasasubmit nila sa embassy per day. Yun lang yung allowed. So parang puno na yung slots namin, ganyan. So parang, oh my God, makapunta ba tayo? So luckily, my cousin, thank God, found one agency that was willing to take us. Pero nung tinanggap nila yung application namin, parang halos every day tinatawagan din. Kasi parang nasubmit nyo na ba? Tapos parang sila, inaano pa namin, parang tinatime nila, like inuuna nila yung mga mas maaga yung trip, ganyan. So very last minute namin nakuha yung visa namin. Like, I guess, I think it was a week before or...
Okay, that's not too last
Yeah,
minute.
it's not too last minute. It's not like the day before.
Yeah.
But yeah, yung anxiety lang
Yeah.
na parang, tas hindi kami makaplan ng maayos kasi makakapunta ba tayo?
Tama, oo.
We couldn't book a proper like accommodation.
Yeah.
Because we weren't sure. Which like is really annoying. It's one of those annoying things about our passport is the whole visa application.
Yeah.
But
Truly.
yeah.
Ayun. So let's talk about the fact that the both of us have been to South Korea, but at least me at the time, I wasn't like a big K-drama or K-pop fan. Like ngayon na ako medyo nag-dip into the waters na. Tapos ikaw, you're not really that big on it, although I'm trying to hook her onto Mamamoo. Pero
It's working.
It's working. Yes. Ayun. I remember when I went there, talagang sobrang I treated it more like I'm going to Japan. Kasi parang medyo very similar yung culture nila.
Yeah.
Pero like wala akong masyadong alam sa K-pop and K-drama culture. So like whenever we'd go to a spot, parang magwawala yung mga kasama kong Filipino kasi parang syempre, dito film yung Jewel in the Palace or whatever. Tapos parang ako like, okay, I have no idea. Or like I'd walk down Myeongdong and then they'd be selling like all the photo cards and whatever.
Yeah.
Tapos parang wala, I have no idea who these people are. So what was the experience like for you? Like as a non-fan, like ano yung mga nakita mo on your trip that was so very K-pop, K-drama na na parang really stood out to you, especially since you were not familiar.
What do you mean? So very K-pop, K-drama?
Like I remember you mentioned there was an exhibit because somebody had a birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
di ba BTS?
Oo,
Yeah.
so si BTS Jimin, nag-birthday siya. Hindi. Actually, birthday niya was the day after we were flying out. October 12 kami umalis. October 13. Siyempre, alam ko kasi October 13 yung birthday niya kasi whenever we'd go around, parang we went to this place. It's called the Brooklyn of Seoul. Tapos we were looking for a place to eat. Tapos parang may crowd na nag-gather sa isang parang plaza. In the middle of like buildings. Tapos parang may exhibit ni Jimin, as in photos lang niya na nakaprint. Tapos parang meron pang shrine na may flowers, tapos may sign, BTS Jimin. And people were taking photos there. Tapos parang pagtingin ko dun sa side ng wall, may malaking mukha ni Jimin. Tapos parang nakalagay happy birthday again, tapos andun yung birthday niya. Tapos parang ako, wow. I think it's like a fan-led thing
yeah.
na they just set that
For
up.
context,
For context.
we call it like Cop Steve events. Like,
Those are Cop Sleeve
yeah.
events.
Parang,
Oh,
oo. Parang,
okay.
yeah, most of the time, it usually happens like sa cafes, coffee shops, gano'n. Tapos, yeah, it's prepared by fans. May mga, usually pag birthdays or anniversaries, or kaya kapag may bago ni-release na album. So, yun po talaga yung bala ko puntahan sa Saudi.
Okay, because I was just about to
parang,
ask
yeah.
you.
So, itapat mo dapat sa birthday.
Oo, gusto ko tapat ng birthday or ng anniversary. So, parang usually kasi kapag halimbawa yung mga fan bases, nagpe-prepare sila ng ganon, may mga freebies din, like sometimes official and unofficial, merchandise. So, masaya lang siya kasi obviously, co-fans yung kasama mo. And hindi lang kasi siya, I mean, parang yung ganong events, nangyayari na rin siya sa Philippines. So, ayun. Parang
That pala, kumuha ko ng freebies.
feeling ko masaya lang siya kasi sometimes like there are like several instances na yung mismong mga idols kapag alam nilang may fan cafe sa sa ganitong specific place, they do visit sometimes. Parang yung sa ibang fina-follow ko, yung ibang Super Junior members kapag birthday nila, sometimes they go. So parang nasa-surprise din yung fans kasi obviously hindi sila aware. So ayun.
Ang saya.
What if it gets to the point na sinasadya na ng fans na mag-top
Mag-top
sleep
sleep.
para ma-trap lang yung nila, yung idol nila. Ayun. It was actually very easy for Amanda to get us pasalubong.
Yeah.
Because she basically just got Isa and Steph, our other teammate, 17 merch. Tapos ako, Mama Moo merch. It's so easy. Ayun. So, si G, our another Hallyu regular, shared with us like a list of the places na if you were a K-drama or K-pop fan, you would go to. So that includes mga classic locations, she said, was Namsan Tower, Hangang River, tapos she tried to go to the Coffee Prince Cafe, pero closed daw when she got there. Tapos Nami Island, I'll get to you on that later. And Daejanggum Park, and then yun yan, MBC World. So you happened to go to Nami Island. So, and you said that, yun nga, parang it was marketed as a K-drama fans place. So like, what did you see there?
It is like a K-drama come to life. I mean, I've watched a few K-dramas. So parang, at least that may context ako. Parang, oh my gosh, as in, it's like a nature island. It's very, it's a tourist hotspot. So I'm sure a lot of people who've been to Korea have been there. But it's like, full of trees, tapos may mga art installations, tapos may mga parang activity areas for like active people. Like there's like a sky bike thing and like it's all-in-one kind of destination. If you want nature, may nature. If you want art, may art. Kung gusto mo ng activities, may ganun din. May mga animals din, like there's an ostrich. There were peacocks roaming around. So,
wow.
Yeah, it was really nice. And ako na hindi K-drama fan, ang alam ko lang na K-drama thing doon is yung Winter Sonata First Kiss. Yung may statue doon nung doon kasi film yung First Kiss sa Winter Sonata.
I see.
So, nilagyan na nila ng statue yung spot
To
na yun.
commemorate that, wow.
So, may ganun. Tapos, wala, it's nice. And then it's along like, it's surrounded by water daw. It's an island. So, wala lang. Asaya mag-bike. Tapos, asaya lang mag-picture-picture. Nice place.
Another place na sinuggest ni Chi, which everybody knows by now, is Jeju Island. So, if you guys have seen Extraordinary Attorney Woo, like they went to Jeju. Tapos, I want to go tuloy kasi it's so nice. Like, ang ganda-ganda doon. Dolphins aside.
There are dolphins?
Yeah. Tas ako din, we were at Seoul and we also went to Busan and we took a train to Busan.
Hey.
And I'm so mad at myself because I slept through the whole ride. So parang excited ako kasi I love Train to Busan.
Kung nagka-zombies, namatay ka agad.
Yeah, pretty much. And I chalk it up to the convenience and ease of the transport system. So we
Oh
took
my
a KTX train to Busan, and it was so comfy and quiet, and
Yeah.
parang it was so easy to get onto the train. Na by the time I sat on the chair, natulog lang ako the whole time.
Yeah.
Like they just shook me awake.
Yeah.
Yun. So parang
I super second the
the
Transportation.
all the transporting. Like ano pa yung mga
Ano,
you took trains, of course.
Yeah, like can I just say, ewan ko kung it's a Filipino thing, pero parang siguro kasi, yun, hello, compare mo naman yung transport system
Yes.
natin dito. Pero every time, like people, I see Filipinos go abroad, parang nagiging attraction
Yes.
mismo yung,
Exactly, yeah.
yung subway, yung ganyan. And so we went everywhere. We went to Nami Island, we went to another place outside of Seoul, yung Anyang Art Park. Tapos parang, we went from one end of Seoul to another, and this was all like via the subway, we took an ITX to Nami Island. So it was so easy to navigate, easy to like, I mean, the signs are in Korean, but like, once you sort of get the hang of it, it's like, it's so easy to just get around. Tapos parang may, like even going out at night, yung usually parang magbubuk ka na lang ng Grab dito, di ba? Kasi
Yeah.
traffic, ganyan. Parang doon, it's like what?
You don't really think about it, yeah.
You just get on the train. Tapos parang yung step count mo, aakyat kasi naglalakad ka. Pero hindi mo mamamalayan kasi you're on a train also. So
Yeah.
parang,
And the surroundings are nice.
Yeah,
Parang hindi ka na sa
exactly.
stress na you're trying to keep it alive.
yeah. Tapos never siya. There was one time na parang rush hour. We came from Anyang, tapos parang 6 p.m. na nun. Tapos medyo MRT levels na siksikan sa train. So may isang train lang yung dumaan before we could get on. But the next train that came was super empty. So parang hindi rin siya ganun ka-stress. Yun na yung pinaka-stressful, pero hindi pa rin siya stressful. Yeah.
Sige.
Subway.
I know. Yeah, I
So,
feel the same way
subway.
about Singapore. Like, parang I just like going around the MRT
Oo.
just
Yeah.
because.
Kahit wala kang destination.
Oh, like I just really want to do it. It's so sad, guys.
Yung Nami nga, sorry, share ko lang. Yung Nami, parang iniisip namin, magbubok ba tayo ng tour? Kasi parang all-in na yun, may bus, ganyan. Tapos parang in my head, ayoko mag-tour kasi gusto ko ma-experience yung train, yung transfers, ganyan. So, yeah. I wanted to experience the transport system in all its forms.
For speaking of tours, like parang I can give you guys a recap of like what happened during the Seoul and So sa Seoul, parang syempre parang they were trying to like do the most South Korean tour possible for us foreigners. So one of the things we did was yung hanbok dress up. So like
Oh my
they
gosh.
you did that too,
Yeah.
diba? Yeah.
It was
Yun.
so
I
much
love wearing the hanbok. It's so comfy.
Tapos may petticoat pa. So, pwede
Oo.
kang gumanon ganon. Sobrang
Yun.
saya.
So we were just walking around in our hanbok, like, tapos, sumakay kami ng, ito sa, ang tawag doon? Parang siyang kalesa per lalaki, per tao yung
Rickshaw?
yun, rickshaw, sorry. Tapos ang galing kasi, yung nagpo-pull ng rickshaw, mga university students.
So parang
So, like-
part-time ba nila?
Oo, parang ano nila, part-time
Grabe.
job. So, yung kinakausap kong university student, he was studying feminism.
Wow.
Basta parang he was a philosophy student. Tapos parang tinanong ko sa kanya, so ano yung favorite na pinag-aaralan niyo? And he was like, oh, I love Hannah Arendt and
Wow.
Basta nagaganon siya. Tapos parang I was like, this is the fanciest rickshaw I've been on. Alam mo yun? Yun, so wala, natuwa lang ako. And then we also did a hands-on cooking class, and I had to cook, what is this? Japchae. But I put, because I'm an idiot, I put salt instead of sugar. So, ang sama ng tingin ng chef sa akin. Anyway, ayun. And then we did like, they have like tea ceremonies then, and so that's nice. And then, syempre, kain ako ng kain. And then we did this like live theater thing where they kind of look like a boy band. They kind of look like a K-pop band. But instead of singing and dancing, they paint live on stage
Wow.
to music. It's weird, but it's amazing.
I
As in,
love it.
sobrang na-amazed din ako. Ayun. Tapos syempre parang lahat kami afterwards, we had to take pictures with them. Kasi parang parang they really know how to make you idolize someone. And we also went to Seoul Sky, which is like one of the highest buildings we went to the 123rd floor. Tapos,
Damn.
one thing na I really noticed, at least during 2017, yung uso at the time was glass-bottomed everything. So when we went to the 123rd floor, there was a glass bottom. So, syempre, parang, ayun, picture-picture. And then when we went to Busan, dun sa mas probinsya places, when you go to the edge of a cliff, there'd be a glass bottom thing. Basta everywhere we went, may glass bottom thing. Hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit may glass bottom thing sila. I don't know what it is with Koreans and vertigo. And we also went to Gyeongbok Palace. I think you went there din?
Yeah.
Ayan, tama. And then, yung Solo 7017. So, it's like it used to be a highway overpass where they turned it into like a park garden thing. Tapos they also, like, there used to be a highway somewhere in Seoul na they instead turned into a park then. So parang recently, they've been making old infrastructure and turning it into green spaces. Nakakaingit, sobra nakakaingit. Ayun. And then when we went to Busan, let me look at my notes. Went to Busan, sorry.
Fish market?
Fish market. Yeah, we went to the fish market. We went to, it was mostly like parang more of the probinsya thing. Ayun. So, ikaw, Isa, ano pang mga like dream destinations mo? Like, besides Seoul, do you want to go anywhere outside Seoul? I mean, kasi Seoul is the center of the K-pop.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang, are there any other places you want to go to?
Jeju, Busan.
Okay.
I think. More than aside from the K-pop stuff, I think, gusto ko rin talaga kasi as a theater enthusiast myself, gusto ko rin talaga kasi mapanood yung mga theater shows nila, musical shows. Parang, ang ganda ng production. Kasi some are available online din. So that's what I want to experience then. And the food. So yun yung tatanong ko sa inyo. Kasi kilala yung sa Korea yung beer and chicken. Pero allergic po ako sa chicken. So may makakain pa po ba ako kapag
Ang dami.
Madami naman.
Oo, madami naman. I actually didn't have chicken and beer when I was there.
Oh my God.
Pero kasi di ba pag sa K-drama, laging
It's always chicken and beer. Pero syempre parang since like super parang this is Korea tour kami. We had the classics like what do you call this? Kimchi jjigae, yung kimchi stew, which is like the best thing I've ever had.
Yeah.
Ayun. And yung mga hot pot.
Samgyup.
Samgyeopsal, and there was one thing we did sa Busan which was fun. Alam niyo yung makgeolli? It's like a rice wine. Tama ba?
Okay.
Ayun. Tapos, bakit? So, we did a workshop where we made makgeolli face masks.
Oh,
Yun.
cute.
And then afterwards, we drank makgeolli. So, it was like a makgeolli fest. Yun. Tapos parang siyang tridor kasi like it's kind of like soju na parang you drink, you don't think much about it and then suddenly you're drunk. Ayun. Ikaw, ano yung mga kinain?
Oh my gosh, lahat. As in, parang sinulat namin yung samgyupsal. Like, every other night, nagsasamgyupsal kami. And then we had, sarap ng dak galbi. That was our last meal in Korea. And it was so good. And they na-notice ko na they love their cheese.
Yes.
Like, they put cheese on everything. And it's so good. Tapos merong, ano ba? We had bulgogi. Parang we ate at this, so there's this area in Seoul that I really like. It's called Seongsu-dong.
Okay.
So yun yung Brooklyn of Seoul. Tapos yun yung mga hip restaurants and cafes. They're all there. And very like artsy crowd. Tapos they're all there. So we ate at this restaurant called Grandmother's Recipe. Nag-vlog. Pero sobrang sarap niya. As in, best food ever. Para siyang classic Korean, pero parang contemporize nila. So it's like, yun, the bulgogi, and then we had galbi, and then we had all the banchans. And it tasted so good. Like, everything was good. Ano ba? Oh, and I had a Korean corn dog, which is really good.
Na-realize ko, mga Filipinos, we're so spoiled with good Korean food, even here in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's true.
Diba? Kasi parang South Koreans go here, so talagang sobrang authentic ng food natin. Speaking of your going out in that area, parang I noticed that you also had a taste of yung nightlife
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was that like?
Masaya.
Yeah.
Oo.
Oh my God, ang saya. Kasi ang daming pwedeng puntahan.
Oo.
Tapos yun nga, na-mention ko kanina na parang relaxed naman sila about the pandemic. So, it's not like here na if you go out, kakabahan ka pa rin. Parang doon, I don't know. So, we went to Hongdae for 2 nights. Hongdae is like it's near the Hongik University. So, puro students,
yeah.
mga kids that are like 10 years younger than me. So, we went there and then we went to Gangnam, which is like the fancier area.
Yeah.
And true enough, yun yung pinaka-expensive night out namin. Like, we went to this place called Villa Records. Eh. Tapos yung isang cocktail doon is 20,000 won, which is like 800 pesos.
Oh my God, okay.
But it was really good. Tapos ang ganda nung vibes, like chill. If you want to like talk to whoever you're with, that's where you go. Tapos ang ganda nung banyo. Like, may
Isang banyo.
sobrang judge, pero like, may mga napkin pa na libre sa banyo. So I was like,
Oh.
I'm gonna get my 20,000 won.
Oh my God. There I ask, like, parang, I know that you were only there for a while, pero like, how's the dating scene? Like, can you imagine, like, if you were a foreigner there for staying for a little bit longer? Like,
Mga
do you think you can date around?
Feeling ko
Easily.
kaya naman. Kasi, yeah, if you were like, kunyari Pinoy ka, tapos lilipat ka doon, feeling ko makakahanap
Like,
ka ng
if you go to
jowa.
a bar, like, parang,
Feeling ko-
will people chat you up?
Well, yeah, we made like a lot of friends in Hongdae. Wow, friends! Pero like,
Sige
people
nga, ano
will-
pangalan nila?
Hindi ko maalala. Pero people will talk to you.
Ah,
Like,
okay, yeah.
So I think you wouldn't be, I think you just need to go to the right places.
Right.
But yun, speaking of dating, like ang dami naming, yun yung pinaka-observation ko rin. Like, sobrang jowa place yung Seoul. Sabi nga ng cousin ko, kung jowang-jowa ka na, huwag ka pumunta dito kasi mapapasana all ka lang. At every turn. Because like, the couples there, they're so affectionate. Not like momol, pero like, holding hands, ganyan. Tapos very magkaakbay, magkaganon. Habang naghihintay sa train, magkaganon. Tapos matching pa sila ng
Nagdamit,
outfits. So very very coupley, very romantic people, I guess.
May context ka ba doon, Isa? Kasi
Oo
parang,
nga.
no,
Explain.
not before. I mean, kasi my understanding dati was that South Koreans were like a bit conservative. Parang in recent years, have they just gotten more like openly romantic or ano? Wala ka alam.
Hindi,
Okay.
kasi I feel like, ewan ko, kasi kahit naman ata nung mga pinapanood kong K-dramas way before, parang medyo,
open naman
oo,
talaga
parang,
sila.
oo,
Okay.
talagang
So I'm
more of like
probably
romance talaga.
thinking Japanese
Oo,
lang or
oo.
something.
Baka dahil
Parang
sa
in terms
K-drama.
of like damit ata, yun or behavior, pero not necessarily when it comes to like relationships na parang, kasi parang, I mean, hindi naman kasi sila yung sobrang PDA na parang,
Oo.
di ba?
Yeah.
Na parang,
Hindi
parang
siya yung
cute
get
na,
a room.
oo, parang,
Yeah.
ano lang.
It's very tweetums.
Oo, very wholesome pa rin. Feeling ko dahil sa K-drama, like, we're living in our own.
Oo, tsaka yung mga 100-day celebration, lagi silang, ang
my
dami
God,
nila
talaga ba?
Ang dami nila celebration. Ganun. May mga, di ko sure kung tama yung pagkakal, pero yung mga white chocolate day, ganun. Parang
What?
laging, almost ang dami nilang, couple
Koreans are so
relationship.
quirky.
I love it. Ang dami ng time, ang dami ng ano.
Oo, so parang, isipin mo, kasi, di ako masyadong nag-celebrate ng monthsaries, ng gano'n. Tapos isipin mo na lang kung pag,
Hindi, joke lang. Ganun.
mali na.
This is not that kind of show.
Tapos parang kapag, feeling ko kapag na-forget mo lang na hindi white chocolate day.
Oo.
Ano yung white chocolate day?
So weird.
Basta may white day, may white couple day. Hindi ko lang tama kung tama ba yung white chocolate day.
Ang kulit.
Ang dami na lang
So, unfortunately, we're down to the end of our show. So, Amanda, ano yung mga tips na lang na you can suggest for people thinking of going to South Korea?
Apply for your visa early.
Earlier, yeah.
That's one.
Huwag mo i-timing pag
Oo.
alam mong may concert.
1 month is not enough. Agahan mo na. What else?
How long do you think is like the perfect trip?
I feel like yung sa amin, which was 7 days or 6 days, is good
Sucks.
enough to see a lot and hindi pa siya sobrang mahal sa budget. So yeah, that's a good time frame. What else?
Like,
May
speaking of
mga-
budget, like how much in a day like would be
Oh my
parang doable for like middle class, ganun?
in pesos.
Oo.
Ang hirap mag-compute. Like, feeling ko kunyari magtabi ka ng mga 1K a day. Kung hindi ka naman ma-shopping. Because their transpo is really cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap,
Like
yeah.
the subway, if you just use that, sobrang tipid.
Tapos mura lang naman yung entrance fees sa mga like mga tourist
Yeah.
spots, ganun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1K a day, but yung hindi pa kasama siguro yung accommodations doon.
Yeah, yeah.
But the accommodations, like you can find cheap ones in Myeongdong. Yeah, doon. Madaming cheap doon.
I'm
Or
sure.
like you can find Airbnbs. Yung si Vern, I met up with her there. We were there for the exact same time. They were staying in Gangnam naman, in an Airbnb there.
Oh, wow. Pero Gangnam yun,
Oo, so I'm sure you can find like affordable options. What else? Use the subway as much as you can. Tas may mga apps na nire-recommend i-download kasi apparently Google doesn't work as well there.
Oh,
Google
interesting.
Maps.
Okay.
So may sarili silang app, Naver
Naver
Maps. Naver Map. Pero mahirap din i-navigate yun ish kasi
It's
kailangan
mostly in
marunong.
Korean.
Yeah, it's in Korean. So you have to type things in Korean.
Oh.
Or copy-paste mo yung sinearch mo sa Google.
Okay.
There's also, like, I found Maps.me really helpful as an app. So, yun, Maps.me, Naver Maps. Tapos, download Uber and Kakao Taxi.
Parang Grab.
Oo,
ganun.
kasi yung subway nila sa Seoul, nagsasara ng mga 12, ganun. So, kung lalabas ka sa gabi,
Kung maglalandi ka.
mag-download ka ng Uber tsaka ng Kakao Taxi. And then, what else? Oh, and there's this app called Subway Navi. So, yun yung to help navigate the subway. And then you can see the times of the trains there. Yun.
Okay, perfect. The only thing I can add, especially if you're going during the Burr months or basta during the just bring cold
Oh my
weather.
God, yes.
Clothes.
I
Kasi,
totally underpacked.
yeah.
Yeah.
As in, I went there.
Malamig na ba siya? Nung time?
I went there October or September ba yun? End of September. And parang the people were telling us na, oh, this is not cold
coldest.
pa. Pero ginaw na parang bagyo na ako doon. So yeah, so bring cold weather clothes.
Yeah,
Ayun.
agree.
Yun. So other than that, wala. I think it's a very easy place to travel to. Like
Yeah,
it's relatively
definitely.
easier for me to go around there than Japan for some reason.
Yeah, because people are more
Western.
approachable.
Or yeah, basta as in, I don't know, maybe they're just more attuned to foreign.
Maybe.
Maybe I don't wanna
Yeah.
make any assumptions right now. Ayun. Pero it's a very good place to go to for vacation. Ayun.
Meron pa pala ako. Like, pag solo traveler ka, apparently, hindi ka pwedeng kumain sa samgyupsal restaurant mag-isa. Kasi minimum 2 orders doon. So, unless kaya mong ubusin yung... Pero hindi, kailangan talaga 2 kayo minimum. So, if
So
you're-
kahit na matakaw ka, hindi ka pa rin
I don't think
papayagan?
so. I don't think they let
Okay.
you. So, if gusto mong mag-travel mag-isa and kumain sa samgyupsal restaurant, may mga group sa Facebook.
Oh,
So, pwede kang mag-join, tapos maghanap
Ang
ka doon ng
cute.
Ang cute, no?
ang cute.
That's like a rom-com waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Ay, nako.
Cute.
Oo.
The South Koreans, they think of everything talaga.
Yeah.
And on that very nice note, that's it for today for this episode of Hello to Hallyu. If you have topics you want us to discuss, or if you just want to see these guys' photo card collections, well, at least Isa's, hit us up at #hello_2_Hallyu. I'm Margie De Leon. Thanks for watching.
Yay!